Hey everyone, this is Tim Winters with UnionCounty Football, and on with me this afternoon is Union Academy's Connor Bradley, the freshman linebacker from last season who I nominated and selected as the first 2019 Dream Team member on the defensive side. Connor, welcome to UnionCounty Football's Profile on You.
Thank you, Tim.
Well, so we met Connor last week. Actually, it was on Friday afternoon. It was about an hour before the governor made his announcement that school was closed for the year. Let's talk about that. Did that news surprise you?
It didn't surprise me because everyone told me, when it said May 15th, I already knew in my head we probably weren't going back just because it just kept getting worse and worse. And I went ahead and planned for that, and so I'm prepared, and my teammates are too.
How has the closure impacted you in terms of school and your focus on football between now and the traditional end of the school year?
I mean, I'm just sticking to what I've been doing. I do my school in the morning, then football, and just repeat, really.
Well, let's talk a little bit about football. You know, you are coming off an extremely impressive freshman season, and that's an understatement. Looking at your numbers from last year, you were tied for fourth on the team in total tackles with 60. About 70% of those total tackles were solo tackles. You tied, I think, second or third for tackles for a loss. And you tied for second in sacks with the big guy, Pfeiffer Griffin, who's
Yes.
headed off to the University of Illinois. You both had 6 sacks. Describe that freshman season. Did it surprise you?
And honestly, I wanted to do a lot better than what I did. I came in the start of the season, I was very I didn't really know what to do. I didn't have a feel for it in the high school level. But Pfeiffer kind of took me under his wing and stuff. He showed me the stuff. Also, Derek Young. Coach Frazier was a big help too. But next season, it's going to be a lot better, the numbers.
What point in the season did you really start feeling comfortable in the lineup going out on a Friday night?
Well, I would say the second game against Pond Lake Prep where I had, I think, 2 sacks, maybe 3 sacks. That's where I really got the feel of things, and it just went up from there. But I didn't really get the feel of the things until the last game, the playoff game against Swain County, where I had 14 tackles. Yeah, I wish we kept going after that because that's where I really got in the groove, I guess.
Looking back on it, was it easier than you thought it would be?
Yes and no. On some things, I need to turn up my aggression on a lot of things. I didn't use my hands like I wanted to, but we've been working on that this year, this offseason. One thing that came really easy to me was the tempo. It wasn't a fast tempo, at least the other teams that were coming at us. But it was a good transition, I think.
What are your biggest strengths on the football field? What do you think that you bring to the team that is really your strong points and it could only get better?
Well, I wouldn't say my strong points, but I think the things that I go off of the most is a good mentality and never give up and just speed, because I think speed really wins in this style of play now in football.
Like I said earlier, we met on Friday. You did a little workout. Describe that routine, that workout routine, and how long with the closure of school were you implementing that pretty much from day one?
Well, actually, I've been doing that workout since the summer of 8th grade, going into freshman year. And so now I'm just redoing it. Pfeiffer has taught me a lot of things, though, that he learned at Illinois, and so I'm going to be implementing that in my workouts too.
Talk about who you've been working out with and with all this social distancing and everything else. It makes it tough really to do it in groups. But who has really inspired you? Obviously, you said Pfeiffer, but anybody else that you've been working out with on a regular basis?
Well, not regular basis, but used to. Coach Lee, he really helped. He really kickstarted this football team to really get strong and go after it. But Derek Young, Josh Harris, they've all taught me stuff. But now recently, for I'd say the past month and a half, my brother Hayden and Pfeiffer, we've been all working out. Pfeiffer, because he showed us new things that he learned at Illinois, because he was an early enrollee there. And so he taught us a lot of things that we're implementing now.
During the downtime, how tough has it been to motivate yourself? I mean, obviously you have a brother that plays football on the team with you, so that's obviously an inspiration to be motivated. But has it been difficult knowing that the school year was up in the air and not knowing when practice is really going to start over the summer? Has it been difficult?
It was very stressful because I like to be on a schedule to go and get things done. It's like it's on you, which isn't hard because I do go and get it done, but I just wish there's a schedule and like coaches with me to like tell me what to do, how to do it. But other than that, it was fine.
What areas of your game do you really want to see the most improvement in terms of from your freshman year to your sophomore season?
Well, since I'm transitioning to linebacker, I want to work on my lateral movement, my hand placement for to get off blocks and stuff. I do want to get faster. I want to get more physical with the linemen, running backs, whatever, and all around just keep going and play at 120%.
I just want to go back on one point with you being slotted in as a linebacker and with those impressive numbers that only can get Cardinal fans excited, knowing those are numbers from a freshman and numbers that have been produced in the past from linebackers at Union Academy. Jeremy Miller, one that comes to mind. Just talk about any of those guys, if you remember their play or anything that you've heard about their play that you might draw inspiration from.
Well, I know Jeremy, he was a high motor. He would go and just get a lot of tackles every game. He was like a captain also. Also, Colson Honeycutt, he's taught me a lot of things. Honestly, I want to base it off of them as a mixture, but I want to be more physical and just really stronger and bigger than all of them, but still play with their intelligence of the game.
Now, how has the downtime impacted you over the summer? Were you slated to attend a bunch of football camps or anything local or away out of state?
Yes, sir. I was supposed to go to a bunch of camps this summer, and now that a lot of these are canceled, it's kind of a bummer, but hopefully it'll just work its way out, really.
Yeah, I think you're in a good situation where you're not late in your high school career, so you're still relatively early with a lot of good numbers. As you progress through high school, obviously you want to play football. Talk about that desire and the work that you've put into your craft to achieve those goals down the road.
Honestly, I just try to outwork everyone. I think that's the best way to go about this. Just 6 days a week, training and lifting. But I'm not too worried about offers just yet because hopefully they will come down the road. But just hopefully, I mean, just have fun while I can right now, really.
I hear you. So speaking of fun, when you're not doing your online schooling and your football workouts, what are you doing to entertain yourself when you're not doing any of those things?
Well, me and my friends, like Pfeiffer and other kids, we go fishing, ride four-wheelers, just really any boy stuff, maybe play some basketball. But we honestly just hang out and play video games also. So it's pretty fun.
Well, Connor, I really do appreciate this little time that you gave me this afternoon. Really looking forward to seeing you play more extensively next season. Hopefully we get that in, and I think we will. But thanks for really joining me this afternoon, and all the best to you over the summer, and I'll see you over the summer.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.